And we're back. So, for those at home, quick reminder of the situation. Um, after having turned into a giant ape to um, basically to intimidate a pair of Kamadans, the party regrouped into a nearby building, trying to hide and maybe get some rest until the moment where Gale and Sorsha were having a heart-to-heart about something strange that Sorsha had seen, and they were suddenly attacked by vicious plant life. Um, as we go back into the initiative order, Heinrich, you have now you've lost your familiar in the attack. You are now aware and your senses heightened. I have looked through I've done a bit of research. So indeed, you cannot cast from inside the dome. However, I will, because you're the wizard that needs to maintain the dome, you need to stay within the periphery. Because it is a dome, I will allow you to put yourself on the extremity of the dome, so basically half cover, and shoot from there. But it does mean that you will be putting yourself in danger. Let's put it that way.
As an action, I'm gonna return the favor to our dear friend that kicked me awake, and I'm gonna kick him, and I'm gonna say with a kind of loud
Hey, hey,
voice
hey! That's
like,
meta. That's metagaming. You do not know that he kicked the wizard. Wait, maybe. Okay, you kick him, but that's an. Okay, yeah.
I'm not gonna kick the other person because I like that person, so I'm still gonna kick Artisimber.
Dragon bait is awake.
Well, I'm gonna kick the other one like, wake up, come on.
Plus, I'm already screaming in Rune's ears.
Yeah. Let's
and I'll
finish it.
and I'll just say at a loud voice like, I'll maintain the dome. Do whatever you need to do, but if you want to rest or be safe, this is the place to be.
This is the place to be.
Yeah, Dragon bait is on his feet, going reading. Um, he might have not know. I don't think he maybe had noticed it beforehand, so that's fine. So yeah, so you just wake up Artis, and is there anything else you want to do?
Nope, I'm
Okay.
just gonna focus on maintaining the dome.
Okay. You can see around the whole of the vegetation, the spot where you've been placed is sort of moving about, but the vegetation underneath the dome is untouched, as no magical effect can apparently pass through. So that's good. Vroondomon, you are awake, and
Right.
as
And
you look around, you're not seeing at first glance, you're not seeing any threat. The but then as you look a bit further, that's when you start noticing that these creepers are creeping.
and I think his first reaction was like, where's Gale?
Oh, by the way, yes.
He stands up and probably sees her.
Actually, there is no light.
Oh, that's
That is something that I forgot to be prepared. Daylight mode is down. Boom.
alright.
Um, I would have
Then I don't see anything.
actually. I think the dome might have. I'm gonna give.
I think the dome emits a little light. No,
It's
isn't that
for
in the spell?
camouflage. I don't think so.
I'm gonna say for the sake of But there we go. Is there any light source whatsoever?
No, sorry. Inside the dome can be dimly lit or dark. Sorry, my bad.
So I'll say. Does that mean that? Yeah, actually, I'm going to. change this, and I'm going to set it to 0.1. Okay, there we go. So now you should be able to... who's got light? Oh, is that... Wait, you've got... Oh, right, Gale, you've got dark vision now. That is true.
Yeah, we changed to
Yeah,
the
that
new
is...
Genasi.
Yep, that is true. Okay, that's the reason why. Vroon, what are you doing?
I think Vroon will initially just go like, what's going on? What's wrong?
Yeah, because you can't see anything. Yeah.
Mm.
You know what? Make me a perception check at disadvantage.
Okay. Search. Okay,
Why
It's a
can't
14.
I see Gale and the assassin vines and stuff?
You can.
It's as if they are on another layer for me.
Oh,
They're
wait.
faded. Yes, they're faded. Yes.
No, it
Thank
wasn't
you.
that. It wasn't faded. It's because there was another color put up. Yeah, there was a color filter put on your dark vision.
Okay.
I didn't figure. Okay. Anyways, you're good.
Thank you.
Um,
So with the 14, you can kind of see on the edge of the light, you can kind of see that right here, there are creepers coming up with the dome, sort of silhouette-like, sort of these dark tendrils. Think very Stranger Things kind of thing. They're sort of moving up towards and trying to sort of, you can see them sort of bat against the wall, trying to move in. And all around the perimeter of the dome, you can see the floor sort of writhing as if the vegetation is sort of moving, because it is.
Yeah, I think Vroon will grab his drift globe and will put the light spell on it, and he will
Okay, that's
put
an
it up.
yeah, that's an action, I believe, right?
Probably, yeah. It doesn't
Um,
specifically say, but
so bright, it's 30/30 if I remember correctly.
I can speak its command words and cause it to emanate the light.
Oh, so that'd be free action, I think.
Right.
So
and I mean, I grab my weapon, but like I like sort of look at my armor lying there and like,
yeah,
well,
you're not
don't
in
have time
armor.
for that. And yeah, then it's like, oh, I see.
So for the sake of this, for the sake of mechanics, the thing is the drift globe. It doesn't have to be you can pick up the hammer and just speak the name, so it's not even a free action. It's not even an interaction. The interaction is picking up your hammer. Free action is just speaking, and you go light. Alexa.
Mhm.
And I think he will then, when he finally sees Gale, is like, Gale, are you coming here, or do we need to come get you?
Except that I'm not hearing anything that's coming from inside
Yeah, the
the dome.
dome. There's no
It
sound
doesn't.
coming into the dome.
Okay. Okay, well then, like, Rune was not aware, so.
I mean, I think you would have known, because what happens
Yeah.
is that any
Yeah.
sound of rain or the jungle noises inside the dome disappear. It's something that you
Okay.
had to get used to.
Yeah.
Gil probably has you. I know you don't hear her either.
Nope.
No
No.
sound passes through. So yeah.
Okay, in that case, I think Vroon will sort of move over here and keep an eye on Gale, and in case she gets, would you say that Vroon has had a short rest or not yet?
I will give you a short rest.
Awesome. Rest. Confirm. And that's good to know, because then like if like I'll already in action in case Gale gets covered in vines, Vroon will sprint out towards Gale and
So remember, you need to you can't sprint and attack.
okay.
With the you keep one action. I know this is dumb, but this is how the mechanics. You keep in reserve. So you hold an action, and that action is either the dash action or the attack action. It
can't be charge.
Actually,
I
yes.
will allow that.
Alright.
I will allow that. I will allow you to keep charge.
Alright. Then I will.
Even if I think it produces, it's because you charge, you can use your attack as a bonus action. So it's kind of weird, but I will allow it.
I don't know exactly
No,
how
no,
charge.
I will allow it. Yep.
Yeah. Alright.
So you charge up, you rush your feet, you're looking like a bull with your hammer in your hand.
But if Gale gets covered in vines, then I will charge the vines that cover.
Okay. Gale, speaking of which.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay, I am going to so the room has an open roof, right? Or not
Let's say half open.
complete.
I'll
half
say
open roof. Okay.
I'll draw the shape. Let's say you've got a whole no. What I want to do is here freehand. Let's say the shape of the roof is pretty much like this.
Okay. How misty does it look outside?
The fog has been coming in, so it's definitely misty. Yeah.
Okay.
We're not too late in the evening, so the fog is definitely, yeah, it's sort of settled down into the jungle. So yeah.
So extra clouds wouldn't precisely be seen. However, they might still see the.
Well, Vroon just turned on the lights.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, actually, if it's light can go in, but it can't go out because it's opaque, unless
Yeah.
Heinrich has made it clear.
I think knowing Vroon for a long time, and we already discussed this.
You would have okay. Let's say that let's say it's clear, it's visible from both sides.
I mean, also Vroon could technically sort of throw the lights, the glowing, what was it called again?
The drift globe. Yeah.
Globe.
Yes.
Drift globe. Yeah.
As long as yes, you could do that. Yes.
Yeah, but you would let all Omu know where we are exactly.
But he just did that.
It's just a light spell. It's not like it's it's like a.
Yeah, but still.
We'll talk about seeing a cigarette, seeing a smoker at about 2 miles away in the light. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Anyways,
okay. What I'm gonna do is I am going to use my last spell slot to activate my Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 15 feet, right? Correct?
Yeah, 15 feet.
Okay.
Up. And while I do that, I am going to dive out of the way of those vines.
Okay, so they will get this one will get an attack of opportunity, but that is a 14.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You almost have all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Do you want to
If
try and move one to the left?
Yeah,
And no, you'll get 2
nah.
max. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna take the one attacking the bubble because the bubble is protected.
Mm. Whoops, where did it go? Okay.
And while spirits of the ocean attack those vines, I am just going to get a bit out of their way.
Okay. They're slow, so you're good with that. Sorsha, you're up.
Okay, so yeah. I'm gonna blast them. I can go out of it since they can't grapple me. And yes.
So technically they can grapple you, but it only takes you 5 foot of movement to escape.
Okay.
So the distinction is not that you have to move 5 feet; it's that you spend 5 if you have 30 feet of movement. You spend 5 to escape, and then you have another 25 to move. That's but they can, because there are grapple effects that that act immediately, and so those you can take. Yeah, 26 and 20. That is 2 hits.
So
Ooh.
15.
Yeah.
And you are going for which one? Yep.
That
Okay,
one.
so that's minus 15. Yeah, very nice. Very, very nice.
And I'm gonna ask Lerold to give his best. Continue to attack the green thing.
Yeah, Laryl is completely confused. Go ahead.
Yeah.
1
So,
into yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
not
He
much.
no effect whatsoever.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh,
The fear
wait.
ray, maybe? No?
So it's the condition immunities does not mention charm. But how do
Ooh.
you
Charm a plant.
how do you daze?
Light reflection.
I mean,
That's my
I'll
best guess.
you know what? I'll run 2 wisdom saving throws. Yeah, it is dazed, which means that its speed is halved, but it can't come closer anyways because it's frightened.
Perfect.
And their speed is halved because of the effect of the
Right.
Spirit Guardian
So
suit.
so its effective speed is 1 foot. Because it has a 5 foot movement speed, which is halved by the days and halved by the yeah. So
Spirit
yeah,
Guardians.
yeah. This one's not moving. That one's not moving. Okay. Dragon bait. Dragon bait is going to just go in and slash. Just going right through the
Through the bubble and
through the
attacking
bubble.
that one?
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that is, and he's gonna go 2-handed. 1, 2, and 3. Right. So that is 1, 2, and 3. So this is neither fiend nor undead. So that is 14, 25, 30, 40 damage as he starts hacking away with his Holy Avenger. Wait,
Nice.
so 14, 11, yeah, that's 25 plus 15, that's yeah. And that could have been a crit, but it was not.
Nice.
Yeah, he's sort of hacking into it. Artist Simber is going to come in and again is going to start stabbing through the. Gonna pull out his dagger. It is 3 attacks. Yeah, that's it. That's good. 7, 13, 20, 22. As he just goes stab, 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 and this greenish ichor. What's strange is that as they're slashing, as their blades come back in, the blood stays on the surface of the dome. It's just slashing right through. Now the assassin vine are going to act. So that one's not going to move. This one is going to move 5 feet, but that's its dash basically. So that's its turn. And 2 of them are going to make wisdom saving throws. What's the DC? 16?
16.
Okay.
How wise are plants anyways?
Well,
Seriously?
Well, the one that's not moving clearly is not seen as a threat, so it takes nothing. But the second one is going to take the damage.
It takes half.
It takes half. Okay.
So that was the first roll, so 11 for the one that they.
So -5 for this one and -11 for this one. Okay. Heinrich, you're up. Actually, this one is going to save. Basically, it's going to attack the next person that attacks it.
I'm going to bonk that one quarterstaff.
I did say that it was reserving its attack for the next person who attacked it. So.
Never mind. I think I am just gonna sit down and I am going to take a little.
If you want to bonk it on, go ahead. I mean, I rolled a 14.
I'll bonk it. Yeah, but it hits. So, I'll bonk it.
If he stays inside, how would it attack her?
He's half out.
Well,
half
yeah.
out. So how?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You can
let it hit me for just for my stupid ass.
Okay.
You could enter back the bubble, then bonk it.
Well, here's the thing. Could you please make so it as you go out and grab it, the vine sort of grabs. Whoops, that's the bottle of water. It sort of grabs around you. So you take 7 bludgeoning damage, and you are considered grappled.
Aha.
So I'm gonna move you here.
Well, it sucks. There's not even a saving throw or anything like that.
Well, it's an attack, so.
Yeah.
You can escape. There's a DC to escape from that, but yeah.
Or I can Misty Step just to be sure.
You could.
No, because it means there's a moment I'm not gonna be there. So that actually means technically the dome would go away.
I would make me an Arcana check.
Yeah. Let's go. 16.
You think it might be possible to Misty Step and still within, because when you're Misty Stepping, you're unsure. You're unsure. It could work.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna try with the presence of Vroon. I'm gonna try to encourage myself and say, "Come on, you can do this." I'm gonna try to release myself from the grapple.
Could you put up the? Okay, I'm gonna think about this as we continue the turn. Could you put up tiny hut in the chat so that we can reread it?
It's higher.
Yeah,
It's there,
it's
Oh,
quite a bit higher
Oh,
already.
there we go. Yeah.
Technically, if I transport myself,
Wait, how many are you guys?
we're with less
1,
than
2, 3,
nine.
4,
We're less
5,
than 9.
6, 7. Yeah,
We are
okay.
definitely less than
Yeah.
9.
Yeah, but no, you're 9 with the two familiars.
They're staying very nicely outside.
One of them is over there, and the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
one has
I know.
already been eaten.
All creatures, creatures and objects within the dome that when you can move through it freely. So yes, actually, it would not have been able. You could just bonk it through. So yeah.
Okay, fuck it, I'll bunk it. But I'll take the damage anyways because it's funny for my epic.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't pay attention, so it's like, yeah.
Okay, let's do
You
that.
get smacked. It's normal. 15, and I hit it with the 2 arms. I hold it with 2 arms, and I try to hit it.
A 15 is a hit. So go ahead, do the damage.
Hooray!
Quarterstaff, yo. Okay. I mean, last time it was Gale using her trident for the first time. Now it's.
I used it, except when I was panicking very hard, and I'm
So
panicking very
you're
hard.
bonking, yeah, but you're bonking and you're hitting it, and there's just that moment where you just step right outside the you maybe move, and then you have this the thing that sort of wraps around your arm, squeezing, and has you grappled. So your movement, you can't move away from the vine for now.
Yep.
That's your action, bonus action, anything?
Help!
Okay, that's Vroondomon. You're up.
So he's grappled?
Yeah.
He is grappled, yes.
Alright.
But there is dragon bait and an artist are already on that one, and
Alright.
it's looking very hurt.
Alright. Well, in that case, I instead will move over here to get the 2. Like when Vroon notices that the 2 ladies are not coming back inside the hut, it's like, all right, I guess we're doing this. Like, gets in between them and starts hitting on the one next to Sorsha.
Okay, go ahead.
That's
10. That is a miss.
And
20. That is definitely a hit.
all right.
That is 9 damage. Do you want to pump anything into that, or do you have anything to pump into?
No, but I will pump into myself just in case, and because I can actually do my Channel Divinity again because I had a short rest. So I will use my, what's it called again? Peerless Athlete.
Oh, okay. Just in case.
Just in case I start getting grappled and.
Okay, so big boy getting strong. And I'm being very jealous about this YouTuber that you are talking, who you enjoy the voice, and I'm pretty sure it is not mine. I read you when you comment in Discord.
Do you want to know more about Jack
Shh.
Monroe?
I have no idea who he is, so.
No, neither do I.
No. I only follow quality people. No, I'm kidding.
Shots fired.
Yeah, shots fired. In the dark because I have no idea who he is. Okay. So Vroon, that's your turn. Gale, you're up.
I'm going to enjoy the extra movement that the other vine gave me.
You
Move
also
here.
you also get another 10 feet of movement just from starting
Oh
your
no,
turn next to me.
no! It's just because the vine moved. I am now able to take all 3 of them into my aura.
See.
And
Yep, that's all 3.
and I am going to shoot a guiding bolt at the one that is here.
Okay.
So
Finish it!
here we go. 26, I think
That is a
hits
hit.
for
That is
60
16,
radiant.
and it is now marked
For the
for
next
slaughter.
person. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's your full turn?
Yeah, I don't really have a
Okay,
bonus action
Sorsha,
right now.
you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna continue my shooting. Shoot, shoot.
So you are technically at disadvantage,
Oh,
but
I have to move before, right?
who cares because a 15 is a hit. So, I mean,
Okay.
look at these folks. 15, 22, 25, 21. Yes, you hit them both. Yeah, go ahead.
Hit it.
And technically
Hit
you
it.
had
Oh,
technically you had advantage on the first.
Yep.
So
Because
it was a straight roll.
Is a straight
yes.
roll, so the which is your lowest, so that is -9. It is definitely bloodied. It is definitely you can see the this purplish sap sort of moving. It is definitely very very badly hurt. I forgot
Okay.
to put these up.
So I'm gonna move a bit.
Okay, it is going to take an attack of opportunity, so it's going to try and grapple you.
Oh, so like my.
But it's not going to do anything with an 11.
Okay, perfect. And Lyral, do you sing? So Daze Ray, same as before, Daze and Fear.
It keeps shooting into this thing. Okay, yep. This time the vine. Laryl is. What I'm saying. So he made the save. What I'm saying is Laryl is not actually shooting into. Laryl is basically shooting like he's basically shooting into the brush. He has no idea what he has not understood what he's shooting at. And so he's just shooting all over the place, going da 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 da, not knowing what he's shooting. He's basically like a GI with a minigun in the jungle.
He's doing
Um,
his best.
and
Poor boy.
and so you realize he's hitting here. You know, he's shooting at the plants in general. Yeah, exactly. I was actually thinking of the minigun in Predator, but yeah, that works. Um, Dragon Bait is gonna go in. He's gonna do so first attack longsword. That's a 27. I'm pretty sure that's gonna yeah. So Dragon Bait. So Heinrich, as you can the vine is constricting your arm. You start feeling these pin pricks of as it seems that these needle-like thorns are pushing into your skin. There is a moment of release when Dragonbait comes in with his two-handed sword and basically surgically sort of comes in and cuts it through, and that is enough to make the assassin vine lose its integrity, and you can see sort of writhing down to the floor, oozing this sap. So that one is dead right there. And let's see, he is going to go. He's got 30 movement, I believe. Yep. Up. Comes out pretty much, looks at the one, and just goes for this one right here. For the last two. No, that's not what I want. There we go, Dragon Bait. And Holy Avenger. And Holy Avenger. Oh boy. Is 13 enough? 13 is enough. That's an 11, and that's another, so that's 21 damage. As he just goes hacking through. Artis is going to follow him. And do the same thing. That's a crit.
Nice.
And so that makes 10, 19, 27. As he's basically using this slender dagger that you see him play with on basically like a machete. So slash. Now it's going to be the Assassin's Vine's turns.
And they can start with the wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, let's start with the wisdom saving throw. The first one failed. The second one is succeeds. So you can do the damage.
Yeah.
Emmy, do the thing.
Julie.
And do the
12.
I'm still looking for some kind of wordplay for the name for my character for your game there, Jan. 12 damage. So I said the first one failed, so that's 12, and that one's 6 right here. Okay, Heinrich, you're up. Oh wait, sorry. The vines are going to attack, so there is going to be an attacking on Vroon. And nope, nothing.
Wow.
Um.
My AC is even lower than normal, so.
Yeah. Well, it's if they had advantage, they would have
Yeah.
they would have kicked your ass. Oh, I completely forgotten that all of this terrain is difficult.
Yes.
Yeah.
Technically, not for Sorsha with freedom of
Not for
movement.
Sorsha, but for Vroon, but mostly for artists
Vroon's
and
5 feet out of the dome.
yeah, but mostly for artists and dragon bait. So that damage does not count, unfortunately.
They don't have the movement to get. Oh no.
No,
yeah,
they
it's
don't.
quite far.
So that one was what? 21. So and that one was what did I say? That's 27. Yep, there you go. So yeah, they've come into contact, but nothing more. However, this one is going to where is it? There you go. DC 13 strength saving throw or be restrained. So, yeah, Vroon, Artis, and Dragonbait, they basically strength saving throw, please.
Wait for me.
Yep. Okay, actually, Artis as well. Oh, they are not good. And the DC on this is 13. So actually, somewhere around here. Yeah, let's put them here.
Don't forget that. Well, what if they pass through my aura? If they were in my aura when it happens, then
yeah, but Dragonbait rolled a 3. Artis. I guess Artis would have made it then. Yeah. But with a 3, Dragonbait's maybe because he's smaller, so it takes less. So basically, Dragonbait is restrained. There we go. Yep. Okay, it lasts a full minute. Right. And Rune, I'm guessing you with a 13. Yeah, 13 is enough. You're Rune, you're up.
All right. Well, first of all, we'll try to smash.
Actually, Gale, I'll need a roll for you as well.
A strength saving throw?
Yep.
Oh,
that's
interesting.
I thought it was just a one-time thing, but it's actually an ongoing effect that lasts over a minute.
All right.
Okay.
Oh damn.
You also have +3, Gale, so.
Yeah, you're rooted to the ground. So technically, you would still be here, but I don't care. Let's just move. But you are restrained. And
Rune Smash.
Vroon Smash. Go Vroon. Vroon Smash good. Vroon Smash long time.
And another one. Come on. Rune Smash again. Rune, maybe not Smash.
Vroon Smash good. Vroon Smash just enough.
Ooh, nice.
Vroon Smash just enough. A bit overzealous. They had eight. It had 8 hit points. So basically, yeah, you come in, you smash it, and it just explodes, and this purplish goo.
And then in difficult terrain, I have half movement, right?
Yes.
Which means I can still do.
Or you can jump.
Right. Yeah. Also, yeah. Wait. No.
Your jumping distance might actually be longer
Yeah,
than your walking speed in these conditions.
I mean, my walking speed is 20 feet still because I have 10 feet extra movement because of my aura.
That is true.
But let's see if I can. Yeah, I can definitely make it there and still get everyone in my aura and
And okay,
to
Gale,
divine.
you're up. You are restrained.
Yes, but that is not going to stop me from shooting another guiding bolt at that thing.
Okay.
$16.
16 is enough. That is 12 radiant and a guiding bolt, a guiding light.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Can I make a strength saving throw to try and unrestrain me, or
I
is that a full
believe
action?
that is an action to do your it is an
Okay.
action to free yourself.
I'll just stay there then.
Okay,
No,
and so you can feel
yeah.
it's not damaging, it's just that the roots and vines are sort of writhing around your feet, and you can
Yeah.
start, it's not constricting you anyway, but yeah, you do realize that these are creeping like like vines creeping up your legs basically.
Yeah.
Trying to find purchase. Sorsha.
I'm gonna shoot again. Shoot.
Yep. Okay. First one with advantage. That's an 18. That's, you keep wasting the in a sense. 13 is enough, so roll those 2d10. Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, that
Oh
is.
yeah.
How
This
come
is-
you're still rolling? Yeah, no, it's multiple
Because-
blasts with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, Eldritch
Don't
Blast.
you have 2 blasts per
Yeah.
roll?
Yeah, that's what she just
Yes.
made 2
Yeah,
attacks.
okay, yeah, right. Okay, my bad.
Yeah. Now, unless you have that agonizing blast, Eldritch Blast is meh.
Warlocks are much better with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Yes, but
With
when you're above,
agonizing blast, actually.
Hmm?
Warlocks are much better with agonizing blast.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he said.
Yeah.
but
Oh,
when
no,
you're above, having
Doesn't matter.
3 attack actions is a good thing.
Oh, the Eldritch Blast build. At some point, you're going. It's just madness. Okay, Dragon Bait is going to try and open himself to. So it's strength saving throw, and athletics. There we go. Yep, that is a 24 plus 3. That is a 27. But that is his action. As he basically, you see him basically go with the sword, sort of slicing through, jumping up, and is going to join in the fray.
Make a snack.
Snicker snack. Boom. There we go. Artis is going to have to make with the effect when the effects be. Oh, interesting. Okay, forget I said anything. Move to the side here with advantage. Basically crying to, yeah, buddy, just like last time. 3 with advantage. That is not a crit, but it'll do, pig. It'll do. So that is.
Who is wasting advantages?
Hmm?
Who is wasting advantages?
I agree. I agree. So that's a 6 plus 7. That is 13, 13, 22. The Assassin Divine is going to go. Let's see. I think it's going to go for the smaller target. So it's going to try and get Dragon Bait. That's a crit.
Ooh.
And that is 20 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
And it is grappled. I'll put you in blue. There you go. Heinrich, you're up.
I'll try to return the favor. I'm gonna point to the Assassin Vine and cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
See if
So-
it hits on. So the first ray, 15, does that hit?
Yep. Yeah. It has an AC of 13. So.
Oh, okay. Second ray,
Let me just have a look to see. Yeah, that's what I thought.
14. That hits.
Yeah.
Attack.
That's when you need a good grease spell.
I mean, they're already plants. They're probably already not very well with fire.
And,
Resistant to that kind of attack.
They.
the
Yeah.
last-
Actually. Yeah. Heinrich, you're a bit too far to notice this, but the other Vroon, you notice. The wet nature of these vines make that they absorb the heat and the scorching effect a bit better. So go ahead.
So in total, 14.
Yep.
21.
Yep. Take into account. So it's 3, 3, and 4. So 10 damage. Vroon, go ahead. Finish this off.
Well, let's see, because I roll.
The divine has it had its turn.
It's had its turn. It did 20 damage on Dragon Bait.
Yeah, right. Did he make his wisdom saving throw?
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Okay. Forgot. Okay, my bad.
13 bludgeoning damage. First
Oh
attack.
wait, no, you're right. You're right. Wait, let me just check. But it did not. So let's.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's another. So go ahead, do the damage.
It's coming.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ouch. Yeah. So technically, it would have not done any damage to Dragon Bait because that was. Oh no, because whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, Vroon, you came in, smash it. It's more than enough to finish it off. If you take into account the Spirit Guardians. And so yes, at some point, you can still you're still there's a moment where you're still wondering, okay, where's it gonna come next? Where does it, because the whole room is writhing and then but slowly shifts and takes about a minute, a little less than a minute, and it dies down slowly, and then the vegetation becomes normal again.
So, very politely, come back into the dome and put that light out, please, and go to bed. That would be very interesting. Thank you very much, so I can finish my watch at least.
Love to. And like lights off and
Yeah.
get the globe back.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep.
Gale is going to come in and say, "Okay, I hope we can have a good night's sleep because yeah, I'm starting to feel this day.
I'm gonna look at everyone and I say, you guys need a bit more rest. And I'm just gonna take a little potion. I'm gonna do a little gulp gulp. I'm gonna take some caffeinated.
Okay.
Okay,
So the long watch is,
the long
What
watch
for,
potion.
which
what
allows you
for
to
Are
have a
you
long rest without being actually sleeping, correct?
yeah.
Exactly, because what I'm gonna do is all the spell scrolls that I have, and I'm gonna transcribe them in my spell book at the same time.
Oh, nice.
good use?
Very nice. Very, very
Yeah.
good use.
And without saying a word, I'm just gonna take my coat off and just put it around Sorsha, and I start
Okay.
without saying a word. But I'm starting to work in a nerd mode completely, and I'm starting to write in all the spell scrolls that I have. And I'm saying to
I
everyone, sleep. I'm working, but I'll keep an eye.
When you put your coat on Sorsha, you see she's definitely sleeping, but it's a tense sleep. And as you put something on her, you see a reaction of almost blasting or jumping, and then really realizing it's you, and then going back.
Can I like put Nugget also to Sorsha at the same time
You're
to
gonna
read?
have to invoke him.
You need
You
Nugget to
you
take
need
watch.
yeah, you need 10 minutes.
He was eaten.
Yeah,
I'm
he
gonna
was
invoke.
poofed.
I'm gonna invoke Raven Nugget again.
Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna do. Actually, I got 8 hours of free time to do whatever the hell I
No,
want.
I agree. I fully agree. Um, we'll we'll look at this later. The rules for inscribing, I believe, you figure out how much inscribing you can do in 8 hours, and you come back to me with that. Okay?
Yes.
I trust you on that. As the night continues, there is a moment where the ground. I think all of you. Roll me a perception check. All of you. All four of you.
Interesting.
Okay. So Gale, during your watch. So this is maybe towards the end of the towards the end of the. No, actually, this would be um maybe around midnight, just before midnight.
Mm-hmm.
As the at some point you start realizing that the jungle sounds have died down, and there's there were certain sort of calls of alarm and then nothing. And there's something about the mist. Despite you being in this structure, there's definitely a moment where you feel just slightly the ground sort of shift.
Mm-hmm.
No sound, but just this. And then all of you are woken into a start as this howl, this just shoots out, this call, the same that you had heard previously in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, not echoing, not far away, you realize this thing is, the roar is deafeningly close.
Mm.
And there's a moment where you hear a boom, and you can just see through the mist. You can just see through this dark shape moving about. Huge head. What looks to be similar to the undead beast that you had seen previously, except bigger. And it seems to have, you can't quite make out the details, but it seems to have so almost like a collar around its neck, a collar of sharp feather silhouette, as it has jumped onto the fairway and is screaming out, yelling out to the challenge to the beast that was here just hours ago, and it cannot find.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear something that is much, much scarier. You start hearing it breathe. Long sniffs as it is hunting by scent. There's a moment where you can feel the sheer presence of it sort of move about. And then for some reason, there's a moment of silence. And what you had heard coming from the fairway here, or close, you hear a crash of trees coming in from the just north of your position.
Mm-hmm.
Crash, as in something lands.
Yeah.
But no thump. And then the rustling of the trees. A grunt, sort of a grunt. And then again, you can hear it maybe through the footsteps, more crashing of the trees and whatever, move away. And it takes about 10 minutes before the fauna starts to, you can start hearing the chirps again. You can start hearing the monkeys and the different animals interact, sort of in a way of, the alert is gone.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gale just has a moment of. But yeah, go ahead.
Sorsha. As you drifted into the sleep, the Heinrich's coat around you, you find yourself dreaming in panic, sort of dreams coming in. They come in flashes. Tunnels made of rock, natural or carved. Another flash of the sound of water echoing in a large cave. The cries and bustle of people. There's a flash of somebody holding your hand, pulling you forward through a crowded plaza. These not these rickety these rickety huts made of a strange wood. As you run, another flash, and you recognize the person that you know to be Caleb, but in another face, a face older than the one that's older than the bartender that you've gotten to know. Another one, as you look back, you can see behind you two others of your band now situated in Waterdeep. But you seem to be looking for somebody who's not there. And that presence compounds you. As they're ushering you forward from the plaza into the different alleyways and up into the tunnels that are on the edge of this community, you feel the missing of someone. Somebody's missing, and you are gripping in your fist a ring, a very familiar ring. as you... Then the visions stop. All of a sudden, you're no longer the child changeling that fleeing among the family, but you find yourself as you are today, but not as Sorsha, not as the way you've presented yourself to your companions for the past year or so, but as the changeling. White face, white hair. The clothing itself seems to have lost its color completely. However, you start noticing that a purple tint starts to appear. There's no light emanating this purple hue, but it seems that you are lit up by light coming through an amethyst colored light. It's difficult to notice as you're looking about. It's still dark, black actually, a void. And then on the corner of your eye, you can just see in dark robes, but yet lighter than the void by contrast. Not two eyes, but just a single crystal situated situated on the forehead of an emaciated person. The person itself, the skin is, you realize, not skin. It's harder, it's harsher, it's smoother. It's almost like porcelain. And as it looks towards you, it just opens its mouth, like unhinges almost. And a voice comes out and says, "The master greets you, young one. He has been looking for you for a long time. And he thanks you for revealing yourself. He wishes you no harm. Far from it. Remove the ring. Let him speak to you. He has an offer." The creature, the light from the crystal fades, and the only thing that is left around you is the void. And you realize that all this time, you've made, in your left hand, you've made a fist. And as you open it, the ring is there, and not on your finger. You awaken. The eyes, it is not a moment. You know, it's not, it's, you just open your eyes. What do you do?
Well, I linked a portrait. What is funny is that I've kind of planned anyway to wake up as
Actually, you know what? I am going to do something. I'm going to try and see if I can't upload that for the audience. So just give me a second. I need to go and get it. Where did you put it? Visual aids?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Oh. Let's see. There we go. I think that is... So this is... Yes.
Are the other one awake yet?
Yes, I'm awake.
Yes, Heinrich is awake, scribbling away.
Imagine a nerd in his corner just like mumbling and doing like arcane sigils in an air, like no, not like that. Maybe like this.
I think Sorsha will sit and think and wait for everyone to wake up.
Okay.
Gale wakes probably around dawn, very early.
Being the badass mercenary as always.
Hmm.
That's a superpower that I want. Waking up early.
But as is her usual routine, she will first just speak to no one. You'll just see her sit up cross-legged and do what you know is her morning prayer.
Okay.
She'll
One
wait.
one by one, the full party wakes up. The last person to wake up is of course I forget his name, Orvix. So
Yeah, the translator.
and you can see that he's been throughout the night. You've heard him moan. You've heard him he's been having very bad dreams. The muttering about snakes, muttering about fire, about and you can hear the he's woken up on several occasions. It sort of starts. There's almost a moment where you realize he's almost afraid of going to sleep. But the exhaustion hits him, and when he awakes, you can see that he's still affected by the dreams, as you start maybe pulling out the rations and start preparing something food for the morning meal. He's very much sort of sullen, closed in, very much affected by what he's relived during his night. What do you do?
Looking at Sorsha and him, ooh, there were some bad dreams, weren't there?
I
I
think
had a visit.
not necessarily knowing to who you're saying that, I think Orvix sort of nods his head and then realizes that you're talking to somebody else, and then
Oh no! I'm talking to both of them.
oh,
This hasn't been a good night, has it?
Do they recognize me?
I mean,
you're still wearing the same clothing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
Orvix goes, whoa. Yeah, I think that I think that maybe the face has changed, the hair, but your silhouette hasn't. Maybe.
Yeah, it was a persona very close to
Yeah.
her original form. So
Yeah. So there's, I think Orvix, as he maybe sort of notices for this time, goes, what, what is? And I think that yeah, there's a moment where yeah, I think there's a moment where Artis looks at you, raises an eyebrow, turns to Dragonbait and says, "Cough up." And you see Dragonbait pull 2 silver and place it into his hand.
oh, but
Um,
you seem to like it because it's gonna stick for a while. And
well,
I'm putting back my ring, but I keep the same face.
Artis says, "Hey, You be you. Which, just, you're not a doppelganger, right? You're not one of the chaos sowers.
I'm close, but I'm not them.
Right. Okay. Hey, I've met a few, quite useful in their time, alignment all over the place. Glad to meet you. The archaeologist is going, oh, yes, I've heard rumors of your folk. Um, well, anyways, and he sort of turns, turns towards inwards. Gale, that's maybe at that point. Oh, actually, I'm gonna get a reaction from Heinrich and from Vroon, or you just.
I close my books and I
I mean, you would have seen this much earlier because she took her face when she got up.
know, but I think Sorsha would remember in Waterdeep that Heinrich said face to face to her that he would accept her in any form, in any kind, and that I wouldn't treat her otherwise. So even if you change her face, he doesn't flinch, he doesn't react, and somewhere he has an approving smile and is happy in a way at the same time. But he gives the space at the same time for Sorsha, but he's happy in a way, like to be a bit more of the real Sorsha at the same time. That's more the body language that you can see from him, but he doesn't react with words.
I think Vroon just sort of goes like, what's the occasion?
Trouble.
Oh.
And I think that's when the conversation about dreams comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Gale, you turn to the strange
I-
dreams.
I invite archers and
Dragon
I
Bait.
tell them, if you don't want to get involved in more problems that you already have, I invite you to not listen to the conversation that's gonna happen.
Artis
And deadly.
sort of has a sort of looks to Dragon Bait. Dragon Bait, sort of motion of the head. There's a smell of. I guess the smell would be. The sentiment is a sentiment of determination, and Simber turns to you and says, "Hey, your past is your past. You call this dangerous? You think that you're going to bring us more problems than we already have or more deadly? Let me remind you of something. We are currently being stalked by a creature that we do not understand, hunting a former warlord, which is most likely some sort of demigod by now. I've currently am being hunted by most ambitious factions, including the Red Wizards, the Zentarum, my former Harpers, and most likely Frost Giants across Chult. Believe me, danger, I can handle it. So, it's not one more thing that's going to be added to the pile. So please, tell your story.
Just a minute. After that, you'll have to explain the frost giants. But, Sorsha, go ahead.
So you remember the thing I told you that I couldn't speak of, the things that put Caleb in rage and in a state of menace. Well, the thing is, what is hunting me found me. And it's powerful. It has numerous allies. And it's nasty. It collects beings, creatures. I'm next in line, but he has something that can't stay in its grasp. He has my mother, and for that, I'm gonna destroy the son of a bitch or die trying.
I mean, you want him fried? Lightning style? Or you want him smashed in bits?
Dead would suffice, but suffering would be appreciated.
We currently have a more urgent mission, but as soon as we're done here, yeah, I'll come to help you.
And I thank you for that, because you're on the list too now. And I'm sorry for that. Artus, you too.
I'm on everybody's list.
Show off.
You say that out loud?
I mumble it because I'm a bit jealous at the same time of having so much attention.
Oh. As you mumble that, I think Artis realizes that, hey, don't think I don't appreciate the attention. But it gets... There's a reason I'm in the bloody jungle. Lost.
Oh, and I forgot to mention it. It's a freaking djinn.
When she says that, can I roll an Arcana check, please? I was just waiting for that word.
Sure, go ahead.
Be something good.
Does Rune has a reaction to that?
I'm not sure if Rune knows what a djinn is, but
Is it with an advantage or not?
Yeah, because I'm also racking my head and probably muttering things to you like, yeah.
If somebody spends
Elemental?
so by the way, with the whole thing, with the whole camp scene, all of you get back your your inspiration. If somebody wants to spend their the inspiration to give him the critical, they can.
Please, someone.
Well,
It's a 28.
you can have mine.
Okay. I think
Makes
that's appropriate. I think it's appropriate that
Yeah.
Sorsha spends hers. Okay.
Well,
So,
28.
okay, 28. There's something that... So, the Jinn are creatures of elemental magic. They are born of the elements. The Jinni are born of the plane of air. The Ifrit are born of... And I know I'm pronouncing it that like D&D, right? I'm not... So the Jinn are of air. The Ifrit are of fire.
fire.
The Marid, so the Marid, are born of water, and the... What are the ones born of earth?
Though.
The Dao. Yes, thank you. Now, and the term Jinni are basically given across the spectrum for all of them. It's a sort of um, the appellation belies the knowledge of that there are four different, and the four of them are very, very different. Now, with the 28, you know that there is one particular. All of them are collectors in a sense. The Dao in particular are specific, are they're slavers, more than the other three. Though the Merid are slavers as well. But with a 28, you recall something, which is that she spoke of amethyst. The Dao are born of rock. They are born of the elemental plane of rock. They are stone. But there are rumors, speculations of Dao or Jin that are higher, that are not born of rock, but that would be born of crystal, that would be born of gems. And these are as powerful as they are rare. They would be considered the royalty among the elementals.
Well, I always wanted to kick some royalty's ass, so now we know at least. But we need to prepare accordingly. I'll say all the information loud out, and I'll say very polite. While we finish this, we need to prepare accordingly. Don't go guns blazing. I'll do some research. I think everyone working together can find a plan to remove the existence of this thing.
The thing is, I was hoping for the element of surprise, but it will be hard to, especially now he got its eyes on you to infiltrate the Underdark. And
just a frank question: did he mark you with something, like a
no,
sign or?
no, not that I know of, because he would have found me a lot sooner. But maybe he did something with Gale, because I guess I removed my ring in my sleep. And that's not something I would.
Technically, you removed it when you tried to read the archaeological.
No, I've put it back on a long time ago.
Yeah, but just the fact that you removed it means that there's an
Yeah.
hour to which you need to attune to it, and that's a short
Yes.
rest. And it's not something that does. That's not something you just do. You need to concentrate on. It takes a short rest to do so.
We did have a short rest then.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, but there was an hour.
There was an hour.
Where your mind was free.
While the people are discussing, I'm just gonna ritual cast detect magic while we're eating and discussing, and I'm gonna focus on each person if they have an amethyst hue on them. So magic items, all that, I don't care. I want to see if someone of us is marked with an amethyst hue. And see if someone is scribing on us also.
That's right. So no one is scrying upon you at this moment. There is nothing unusual. You do notice that no, I think that any of the magical items, of course, you can barely look at the ring on Artist Simber's finger, as it is radiating with magic to a power that you've rarely seen. The It's funny because around Sorsha's finger, around underneath her glove, or would you have?
I'm gonna actually give it to Heinrich to examine it
So you're
because
taking it off?
I'm gonna because I need, unless he can do it with if I have it on.
Yeah, you could, but I mean,
Yeah.
what's interesting about the ring is that I believe it's invisible as well, right?
If I
If you did
choose
choose to.
to.
So it's interesting because as you look to, as she takes off her glove, you can see on the hand, you can see the halo of a magical aura, but there's a thin band of basically blackness in a sense. It's like you can see the shape of the ring in the absence of aura in that area. Um, the Nothing seems to be of a particular hue other than the natural colors of the schools of magic or of enchantment or whatever they're using. So there's nothing specifically amethyst to the thing. To those watching at home and not to my players, if you are looking for the I'm pulling this particular stat block, this particular thing. It is the Crowned Genie, taken from Arcadia issue number 16. I highly recommend you have a look. My players, now you know which issue to avoid. And I most likely with the crit, I will send you snippets, Heinrich, of information once you have the time to properly research them. So, okay. Anyways, yes, the amethyst would be this would be a crowned genie. I just needed to look that up. Okay. Um, where was I? Yes.
So he doesn't see anything else on the ring?
No.
Okay.
However, this could have been Heinrich, make me an Arcana check.
19.
19. So what you're thinking, so the ring, as you examine it, as you cast identification, it is a ring of mind shielding, which explains why when you've been trying to send her messages or maybe detect thoughts or whatever, there was that blank wall every single time. Traditionally, you also know that these kind of rings can contain a space where a soul can hide. It is empty.
Okay. Whew.
It is empty. There is nothing inside this ring. The ring itself, you do notice that there is the cabochon above it is an amethyst. So the stone inside is an amethyst. But you also know that the ring itself is non-detectable. One of the particularities of this particular ring is that it is not detectable in itself. So they could not track the ring.
Okay.
So somehow they managed to find Sorsha. Somehow. And as long as she's wearing the ring, she cannot be contacted. The effect that she had during the dream most likely was implanted during that short hour where she was not attuned to it. And it was set for her for when she went to sleep. So it is a different effect. So this is a recorded message rather than the conversation that you had with Valindra.
Well, My advice, if you don't wanna hear more from that person, is to keep that ring on, or else you're gonna hear more from.
Yeah, seems like there's a lot of people trying to get in my head. Lot of unpleasant people.
Well, keep the ring on. It will keep your mind rest a bit.
Yeah,
That's
but he saw through Gale's eyes.
one problem.
You're pretty sure now with the whole thing that the image that you saw superimposed on Gale was not them. It was not you detecting something. It was you hallucinating that same servitor onto Gale's face.
Okay.
So it was most likely the beginning of the message. You were unconscious. You were sleeping. It started to give the message, and then you were woken up. So there was that moment where the waking world and the dream world sort of mixed in a sense, and you saw that image on Gale's face. But
Okay. Looks still locked on me.
yeah, it was you projecting rather than seeing something that was there. You're pretty sure of that.
Okay. Well, at last, this is kinda reassuring. Kinda. So yeah. Now you know. And you understand why I couldn't tell you before, I hope.
We will take care of it.
I thank you for willing to go on a desperate adventure once again.
Hey. At some point, it's gonna become a specialty, you know.
Yeah, we didn't even finish that one.
And
We're
hey,
gonna save the world and now and after maybe save the Underdark. Hooray!
hey, with any luck, you won't survive for him to find you.
I'm gonna rip your throat. And
Do
now
that.
and I grow clothes.
Do that.
Don't invite me. And I wink at it.
He winks back and he says, "But all kidding aside, I don't think it'll let you."
Get killed?
Or maybe it will.
Yeah.
Difficult to know.
I don't see how it can preserve me.
Just question. Does it talk against you?
This thing? Nah.
Or more like projecting feelings?
It definitely has a will. Definitely wants. Definitely desires. Definitely hates. But it's one of those things, it's too big to put into words.
Heinrich starts to rub where the stone of color was. And he says,
Yeah.
like, I kinda understand you.
Um, Look, I don't know what you think you're understanding, so I'm not gonna contradict you.
I think I guessing something, but
Maybe.
that's a talk for when we're having guard duty together.
Yeah, let's do that. Speaking of guard duty, when did those two arrive? And he points to upwards where the ceiling is sort of opened up and half crumbled, and peering above, maybe listening in for some time. You're not exactly sure.
Are
Are
we still talking into the bubble?
We're still talking
Yeah.
in the bubble now.
Yeah.
are two tabaxi looking in. They seem to be older, grizzled. Some of them have one of them has sort of patches of hair loose. The other one has white streaks where they've got with the scars, and both of them are basically equipped with hunting gear. You can see a bow slung, arrows, long arrows with the colored feathers, and they're sort of peering at you from the going. It's sort of maybe sort of whispering to each other and going,
So they couldn't have heard
no,
because
they
of
couldn't
the
have heard
hurt.
you. But they are basically looking into this dome.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they're safe.
I know. I know.
They're safe thanks to that.
I know. I know. I hear you. They didn't. These two tabaxi just peering in, looking down. And then one of them grabs a rock and flings it onto the dome. It bounces, slides across the rock. And goes, and in common goes, when you are ready, come out. Are you also here for the hunt?
Oh, we don't hear it.
Actually, I think you
Yeah.
no sound goes through whatsoever.
Maybe from inside, from outside in, there could be.
No,
Wait
we just
a
said
minute.
we said earlier that it wasn't the case. So yes, you see him, his lips move.
I can hear it through Lero because there's probably a.
Huh. I'll say no because they would have definitely hunted Lero.
I would have. Maybe
Anyways,
Lero
let's
was
we're doing
hunting, but
Yeah.
we're running
I
around
would.
mechanics, and I just want to finish this here. So yes, you have these two elderly tabaxi sort of leering over you and trying to make contact, and that's where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Yay!
As it is midnight. So thank you for the game. Thank you for the fight. Thank you for the roleplay. Thank you for the exposition and the discovery of some of Sorsha's backstory. I've been waiting a long time for this to happen.
Yes.
And I've been rolling dice every single time you remove that ring.
I knew there were risks, but.
Yep. So I'm happy to be able to explore that. Most likely not necessarily in this part of the campaign, but who knows? If you manage to get back to Waterdeep, there is something waiting for you in Skullport.
Yes, definitely.
And on that note, we still need to know more about Vroon.
Yeah.
And you've opened up a little bit to Artis. Maybe you might learn a little bit more about what's going on with him. So.
Well,
But
it's
that
hunted
is
too, so.
yeah. So that is for another session. So before we head off, thank you again to my players. This is a treat. It's been a long month without you, and we're going to try and get to these games running a bit more regularly as we continue to explore the lost city of Omu, its secrets, and the secrets within yourselves. For those watching, thank you for watching. We do this for ourselves, but we enjoy you being here with us. And so we update irregularly, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I've gotten 3 since the 3 this summer, so let's get that let's get that number up. Just to feed my vanity, and to shorten the YouTube address. Anyways, on that note, we are back. We are going to be playing on a more regular basis. There's going to be a lot more on the French-speaking side of the channel as our Scion campaign is continuing, and most likely we're going to be having a French version of the Dungeon of the Mad Mage coming in soon. I think we're having our first session next week. So if you want to have a preview of Skullport, watch. And on that note, that's us. We will leave you with this. Sorsha?
Well, always watch your back.
Always watch your back, folks. That's it for us. Thank you. Good night. See you soon.